What's going on, guys? This is Matt from Matt Tech Studios, and it's the first week of January. And as promised, this is the first video of 2022. So just to get started, we're gonna go ahead and showcase what's normally in my tech bag or just my everyday tech. Essentially, so just to get started, we're gonna go ahead and start off. The main thing I keep is the MacBook Pro 16-inch. Had it about a week or two, and it's just been amazing. The comparison is improved since from my 2017 MacBook Pro. The battery life, editing speed, the life of the battery, the speed of the battery, performance, graphics, everything, the brightness of the screen, the tones, the keyboard layout, and all the additional attachments. With that in mind though, I still do keep an adapter. If I can find it. I still keep an adapter. This is just a Line-We adapter, USB Type-C adapter. Essentially it gives me two USB 3.0 ports, because this does not include any USB ports, as well a micro SD and an additional SD card slot if needed. HDMI comes on here as well, so that's not really a use of it, but I did used to use this with the 2017 MacBook Pro, a 14-inch, and it still works pretty fine alongside with the 16. It doesn't look as uniform, but it gets the same job done. Next thing, alongside with my MacBook, normally I carry around the Canon 90D. Essentially, if I'm not carrying this around, anything else except for the MacBook probably is not in my bag either. So this is the Canon 90D. I normally rock the 18-35 lens with that. On top of that, I have this Polar Pro Peter McKinnon Signature Edition, the second generation. So this is the 2-5 stock. They do have a 6-9. Essentially, just I haven't seen any use that I would need it in. This lens does have a 1.4 aperture, but even when using that 1.4 aperture in bright daylight, if I turn it to the 5 stop, still gets pretty much good exposure. On top of the Canon 90D, I may have the newer NW670 Speedlight. This is just whenever I don't feel like carrying a strobe light, just like I'm using light myself up right now. Just easy access, and it fits right in my pocket. Actually, since I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting stuff away as I explain it, just to clear off the stage. This would normally go on here like this. Normally houses it. Essentially, I don't know what happened to my Sigma lens cap cover, so cool. And it goes on simply as that. I just had the threading wrong, and then that twist is on. And I'll sit this right in this bag. Also, I do have some Sony headphones. These are the MDR-X XB950 N1. So it's pretty old. I think 2017 and 2016. It gets the job pretty much done though. Now with pretty much, it's not the best form factor for what I'm organizing this bag. I do have a Victorinox bag, but it does fit everything pretty well. With this MacBook, I normally keep this SanDisk 250 gigabyte hard drive or thumb drive in there. Actually, I'll put this back up here because this is somewhere sometimes where I keep it, and then that goes in just like that. And the MacBook has its own compartment, just like that. Cool. So next up will be the Ronin RC2. It has a lot of stuff I configure with it. I put this the Ronin S extension grip on it, or a handle, I guess per se, just to get a more balanced grip. Also, if I want to just put it on the table, that gives a good stand. Then I have these small rigs that I recently picked up, and I haven't used it as much as I would like to, but since I have had it, it's been a wonderful attachment for this device. essentially just, I think I put these on backwards. It gives me just more handling, and with that, just I can get more even smoother shots. Alongside on the Ronin S RC2, it gets pretty much very smooth handling by itself. But with this, you can just get better types of angles. So I don't normally keep it like this, but that's just how it looks on it. So those will just go in. So I'll put those in there like that, disconnect this. This goes in the back compartment as well. And then I can put this alongside the front compartment and then my MacBook. And that pretty much houses the front part of my book bag. All right, next up, we have the Osmos, DJI Osmos Action Cam. Pretty much similar like to a GoPro. A lot of people don't really know about it or use it, but I kind of prefer this actually over the GoPro. For one, the form factor is pretty much similar, but the price is significantly cheaper than GoPros. It's water resistant, waterproof, I guess. 4K, up to 60 frames per second, does photos, has a front and back screen, and wonderful battery life. And I think you can put up to 128 gigabytes of storage. So that's gonna get you more than enough recording. And this pretty much goes in this small pouch as well, or in a side pocket, just depending on how I'm maneuvering. That kind of floats around the bag a lot. Right here we have a 500 gigabyte Toshiba hard drive. Pretty much started bringing this alongside with me. Essentially when I had the MacBook 2017, it had a small storage capacity, so having this alongside the 250 gigabyte thumb drive from SanDisk, make sure I have enough storage to back up everything that I need to. And this will pretty much just go in the front pouch. And this is actually the handle to the DJI, but we'll put that in there for now. Last but not least, we have the Aputure M9, I believe this is which model this is. Yeah, so we have the Aputure MC actually. So this is magnetic, so it can stick to magnetic objects. As well, it has very wide variety of brightness and color tones that you can choose from. This is very handy when it comes to like recording, making videos, or if you need a portable light source and you don't want to be too bulky in your packing. So I could pretty much just keep this in here in the back end. It probably can go in the front. I think that's just how it came when it was packaged. And I can either clip this to the bag or just throw it in there any type of way. So that's pretty much it. Alongside for what's in my pockets, normally I have my keys and my iPhone 13 Pro Max. Essentially it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you might suggest for addition for a camera bag or any other product that you might carry on your everyday. With that being said, thank you for watching. Peace.